creative and shit.
I'm trying to a little bit.
I see you.
Welcome to Tipping the Scale. We are your hosts. I am Nix, and he is Will. How come you don't ever say your own name?
Because you don't ask me.
Okay.
You don't be like, introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
You just introduced me, so you know who I am now.
I am your host, Nix.
No, we're not doing that. They already know who I am.
Oh, man.
We're
All
not doing
right.
that.
How was your week, brother?
Man, my week was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's pretty
What
cool.
you do? What
Work
happened?
and deal with my son.
That's what's up.
Ain't much to do. All these weeks are starting to become a blur.
Because of COVID?
Yeah. I don't go nowhere. I don't go to kickbacks. I don't go to bars and shit. Like I don't go out my way to do nothing out the
Ordinary.
norm. Well,
Look at you, being
yeah.
responsible and shit.
I try.
That's what's up.
No, cause where I work at, it's just a lot of, like I said, I work with a diverse age group. You know, it ranges. So I don't want to be the one that I don't get it, but I still got. Well,
Antibodies
if you,
or something?
yeah, like if you be
Yeah.
around somebody,
Yep.
you could still carry the antibodies and touch something, and then they touch it. Now somebody got COVID. You know
That's
what I'm
great.
saying?
I didn't know that.
It's weird. I could be wrong.
Oh, I was about to say because I'm around somebody
Because
every
I
day
know,
that get
yeah,
that
you know, because some like in the NBA, it's like if you even around somebody with it,
shit.
they're even if you test negative, they still quarantine.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's wild.
So it's just you just don't. I don't know. I just don't fuck with that shit.
So
And I like seeing my mama. So
that's what's up.
yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I think about all that, man. And this shit been lingering for too long for me not to take it serious. So
Yeah.
I'll just be chilling.
We get tested twice a week, so I've been doing good so far. I just try not to get thrown off. You know, sometimes it takes up a little to get you thrown off your square, and you don't clean something today, or you don't wipe a surface or something like that. So I guess I've been doing good because I've been straight, but I get it.
They doing random testing at my job.
Really?
Like we like they testing for cocaine or something.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why they just won't. And then people denying it.
Oh, it's
And if you deny the test, like I think it's some like you get in trouble, you get wrote up or something.
Absolutely. And you're not gonna be able to come back to work until you take the test, and it has to be negative.
It's crazy. Have you seen the stories about they saying that that they might put some type of law together where you can't travel and you might need a vaccine to travel and to work.
I heard about that because I had a friend. He has been everywhere already, and he was like, "Thank God I got my traveling out the way in my 20s, so I ain't got to worry about that because he don't want to take the vaccine." And I mean, I just feel like America is beautiful enough. So if they place that stipulation upon us, then I guess I'll just never see some of these places because I am not going to take it. I don't know.
So if they made you take it at work, would you take you take it?
If somehow or some reason everybody agreed to that and they make it mandatory for me to feed my family, then I'll take it.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm not that irresponsible. But if they don't make it mandatory, I'm not doing it.
Right. I don't know how I feel about it. My mom said she's not taking it. So I don't know.
Yeah, my mom said the same thing.
I don't really do vaccines prior to this whole thing.
Me either. So I went to the doctor with my mom yesterday, and he asked her, did she take the flu vaccine? She was like, no, I don't do that. And he was like, okay. He was like, what about the COVID? She said, I'm not taking that either. He was like, okay. He didn't say, I think you should really get it. Because, X, Y. He didn't do any of that. He was just like, okay, I understand. And kept it moving. So which makes me think, right? Is the COVID vaccine really what everybody saying it is? Because why wouldn't her doctor advocate for it? Because she has underlying health issues.
Right.
So if this COVID is attacking people in their immune system in the way that they say it is, why wouldn't her doctor advocate for her to get that?
Because we already talked about what the COVID shit is about. Y'all got to go deep and go watch. I didn't put y'all on game weeks ago about what this whole thing about.
That conspiracy theory shit.
Hey, nah, it's real shit.
You right.
But it got, man, I don't know. Because you could say that this whole shit is a scam, but then you really got to be responsible with it. Because I know people that really, like people that's credible to me that I talk to about all type of shit, and they said they had it, and they, you know what I'm saying, they described the symptoms and all. They said it's not a regular cold. It's not nothing like the flu.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole different grind
Yeah.
mentally.
Yep.
Being sick like that.
I
And
agree.
they explained it to me. She was telling me that she just now getting her taste back, and
Yep.
she had it like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yep.
Like she just now getting her complete taste back.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. It's some scary times. That's why I just be chilling lately, man. I don't really.
It is scary times.
Yeah.
But
So if your son wanted to go to college and he told you like, yo, I want to get the vaccine, would you?
yeah, I support those type of decisions. That's his way of trying to be responsible and in his manhood, feel like that's something that he needs to help him. I wouldn't sway him no kind of way. I want him to have his own beliefs and stuff like that.
That's interesting.
How
That's
would you
cool.
feel?
I don't know how. By the time my son 18, I probably wouldn't care.
What if he tells you he wanted it now?
He was talking about it. I told you a band. You're a front runner.
What does that mean?
Because at first he like I ain't gonna tell his business, but he a front runner, man.
I just want to know what a front runner is.
He go with whatever popular on the internet. He a kid, so whatever, you know what I'm saying, he see that's in, he with it.
I feel you. If we had the internet like the kids do now, if we had the internet that available to us 20
we did
years
though.
ago, no, we didn't, bro.
Yeah, we did. We
How?
had the internet.
Were we in college? Because Facebook came out when we were in college.
I'm not talking about social media, but we had
That's
the internet.
I'm talking about social media.
I used to delete all type of porn off that damn desktop.
Wow.
You ain't used to delete porn off the desktop?
No.
I used to get it cracking on the desktop and delete all that shit. But then the viruses will fuck it up, and then you just get caught.
Wow. So no, what I did was I downloaded music off LimeWire and BearShare and shit like that, and I used to sing CDs.
I used to watch porn.
I always had access to porn, so I never had to.
How?
So my next door neighbor, my next door neighbor was friends with my mom, and she was moving, and she gave my mom like a whole bunch of DVDs. Yeah. So my mama was like, "Fuck that shit." My mama really only liked Disney movies and stuff like that, so she just gave them to us. So one of them was Boys Don't Cry. So right, I played it. I never heard of that before. So I'm watching it, and I fell asleep. So when I woke up, it was a whole porn at the end of the movie, like a whole hour of porn. So I was like, "What the hell?" So I played another one.
Oh, the movie was called Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah, it is a movie with Demi Moore or whatever. So it's a really good movie. But when the movie's over,
I thought you were talking about the porn name. I'm like, okay, that's
at the end of every DVD she gave me, it was the actual movie and an hour of porn to follow. Wow. So it was like, what am I downloading it for? I get the.
You know how hard it was to get porn back then?
I don't.
How easy it is for them now. Like I used to download that shit off the Comcast. You remember that? They used to gather all these freaky ass channels, and you can like buy it for like $15 or some shit.
They still have that.
Yeah.
And I used to buy it?
I spare of the moment, man. The teenage in heat. I used to cop it.
Never kicked your ass?
Oh yeah. Once that bill came, I felt like I got 29 days to go crazy on this.
Wow.
I'm talking about an 11, 12-year-old kid, man. I took that L. I'm like, it's $15, $20.
For porn?
Yeah. I got 30 days. He don't know that it's on here. So he got to go 400 channels deep to find this shit.
That is so
I know I got access. Channel 434, when everybody sleep, it's on.
But you know what? That mentality right there that you have lives in adults. That's why I don't have any cable boxes in the guest rooms in my house.
What you mean they live in adults? Oh, that
people feel like they can buy a movie. No. That's happened to me.
That kids do that.
Oh, I don't.
My son did that to my ex. He ran up her shit.
Yeah,
her
I don't even give him access to it.
See, Comcast do some manipulative shit. Like they'll make you pay for cartoons. Like cartoons, that should just fucking be free.
If it's not free, you can't watch it.
But it's manipulative because if your kid is navigating through that, you just think, oh, Teen Titans Go, click.
No, because if you click it, it does have a price on it. It'll be like $9.99 or $15.99 or something like that. I don't even give kids access to remotes in my house because I don't do that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Just crazy to see how far we come with porn. You just press a button on your phone.
So look, we have an Oculus, right? So this is my first.
Y'all got porn on the Oculus?
Yes, you can.
Lying.
I swear. So look, I put it on, and I'm talking to my kid. You know, he's 17 now. So I was like, "You can watch porn on here?" He was like, "Yeah."
Oh wow.
So of course I go to the porn, And he's like, "What are you doing?" It was like 5 minutes went by and I'm quiet. I was like, "I'm watching the porn." He said, "Are you serious?" Yes. I just wanted to see like it's right here on your face.
Is it like you right there?
No.
It's
So
not.
because in the Oculus, it's like a movie theater,
Hmm.
but you can change the views and make it bigger.
Right.
And when it gets really big, it's like right here, and it's like no, it's not enjoyable to watch like
Oh, it's
that.
not okay.
Uh-uh.
I thought it like had like the 3D effect, like the
It
Facebook pictures,
does,
like you can
but
like.
when it has the 3D effect, it's like literally like put
Yeah,
your hand close to your eyes. It's like that.
I don't need that.
Nobody wants to watch
I'm
porn
okay.
like that. That's weird. But it was still interesting to know because the whole time I was putting him on punishment, I was like his phone, his iWatch or whatever, Apple Watch, and I would let him keep his Oculus. He
Yeah,
can
you gotta
still
take that.
access his stuff with the Oculus.
I got the internet lock on my phone. I see every. I'm like Mark Zuckerberg in my crib. I know everything you doing, and I tell him. I said, try to get freaky, and then your
How
internet
old is he
privileges
now?
is gone. You're 11. And I ain't
Well,
gonna put his business out there.
that's the time
I
when you
know.
guys start.
I know. That's why he got a lock on his phone.
Don't do him like that.
I ain't doing him like that.
Nobody did that to
You
you.
better take it to the memory bank. I did
Oh
not
my
have access
God.
to the. I used to use memories to do that shit. I couldn't just go in the front room and go whack off to the damn 4:34 unless it was like 12:30, 11 o'clock at night and everybody was
Why
asleep.
you can't do it in his room?
Huh?
Why you can't do it in his
I
room?
don't want him doing that.
You don't want him exploring himself?
No. Do that on my thing, do it on your own time, don't let me catch you. I never got caught. My baby mama caught me beating off. No, my mama's never caught me beating off. Nobody's the only
Oh
person ever caught to
man.
ever catch
But
me
he's a
beating off is
kid.
my,
He
is
doesn't
my
have
baby
his
mama.
own time.
Yeah,
So the
well,
only time he has is if you're not in his face.
don't
So if
let
he
me
goes
catch
to
you.
his room,
Hey, delete that shit. If you do, hey man, I understand what time it is, but delete that. I don't want to catch it. So if you're gonna do it, delete it. But now it's just like, no, you can't even. You gotta take it to the memory bank, kid.
that's not fair. What memory? When has
Memories,
he seen it?
huh?
What memory does he
Like I
have?
said, I'm not gonna put the boy business out there.
Okay.
But yeah,
So it's
it's the
actually
reason why it's monitored.
10-4. 10-4,
Yeah.
I understood.
All parents monitor your kids' phones, man. For real, shit.
Enough about porn. Let's talk about this clown,
Who?
James Harden.
Hey man, I told you
What'd you tell me?
that the Nets was gonna be the shit this year.
I'm glad you feel that way.
But I'm gonna say this though.
I'm listening.
That's the reason why Kyrie been tweaking this whole time.
Why?
Because James Harden was coming. And he knew it. People don't understand Kyrie keep his ears to the street. He started tweaking like this when he found out LeBron was going to LA. He was one of the first people that knew. In
Well,
Cleveland,
LeBron
then
didn't leave until 2 years later.
Exactly. That's when homie found out he was leaving a year and a half early. He said, "Yo, get me up out of here because homie gone. He ain't finna leave me out here stranded.
But
I'm
why
gonna
did
beat him to the punch."
he flipped the story and made it seem like he was not trying to be
Yeah,
Robin to LeBron's
exactly.
Batman?
And he
but
ain't
that
finna one up
backfired
me.
because now you look crazy.
It don't matter. He left because he wasn't finna let homie win. LeBron is a strategist. He strategized.
Absolutely.
Everything he do is a strategy. I believe that he knew he was gonna play in LA
I think so too.
years ago.
I think that was always
Like
the plan.
I remember my computer. I forgot the man's name. When I went to Thornridge, that man told me that he was going by the end. He told me at the end of his career he gonna play in LA, and this shit happened. But long story short, I believe LeBron already knew he was gonna do this.
Absolutely.
And Kyrie found out, and that's when he requested the trade. You ain't just finna leave me in Cleveland while you take your bald head ass to LA.
But he was in Cleveland losing before LeBron
Don't
got there.
matter. And you brought your ass here to ride my coattails.
No. That's not what that was.
because that's Kyrie was the best point guard in the league at the time.
And they were like 7 and
Don't
75. Get the fuck out of here.
LeBron be knowing what he doing. LeBron be knowing what he doing.
He knew that Kyrie had potential. LeBron being there
and-
brought
Yeah.
Kyrie's greatness out.
Long story
And
short,
he ain't been shit since LeBron
that's
left.
why Kyrie been tweaking. Because Kyrie, he be knowing this type of shit.
But he had an opportunity with the Celtics, and he blew that. He had a whole
He
bunch
didn't-
of young talent.
I don't think
Jason
he necessarily wanted
Tatum.
to go to the Celtics.
I mean, he did it, but you could have made the best of that situation. You think Kawhi Leonard wanted to go to Toronto Raptors?
Playing basketball is probably one of the hardest sports to play
How?
with a group of people because you got different personalities.
Right.
Football is, I like football because it's a scheme. Like you have to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You have to hand the ball off to a running back if the coach, call a certain play. You have to pass the ball to certain receivers if the coach calls a certain play.
Right.
And basketball is not like that. It's pretty much it is, but you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of personalities and shit that I don't know. It's
Personality stopped them from winning though.
Nah, that's what I'm
You need
saying.
to put that shit aside because the goal should be to win.
It should be, but when you get into the thick of basketball, and no. At the end of the day, when you got men competing, men want to do certain shit, and then when there's too many men doing the same thing, it becomes a problem.
So that's my whole point. What the Brooklyn Nets aren't going to do anything.
I'm a little.
They're going to be
Somebody gonna have
enjoyable
to
watch.
Somebody gonna have to take a lesser
But
role because
that's
they play
my
too
point.
similar.
And Kyrie doesn't want to do that.
That's why he's been tweaking lately.
And Kevin Durant's not going to do that.
I think Kevin Durant, he a chameleon. He gonna do whatever he gotta do to win. At
I
this
believe
point.
that.
James Harden and Kawhi, those are two. Not Kawhi. Kyrie, then the two question marks.
And I don't understand why
question
James
marks, man.
Harden is under the impression that his life is going to be so much better. Is it because he has Kevin Durant? Because he said he wants to give himself a better chance to win.
Yeah, he didn't
Absolutely.
have a chance to win with them in Houston.
But he hasn't had a chance to win with them for the longest. And most of that is his fault. Yes, he can score 60 points in the game, but how involved did you get your teammates?
He led the league in steals last year.
Cool. But how involved did he get his teammates?
And he led the league in assists at one point. He was like second or something.
How many years ago was that? Was that the year that he had Mike Capella, Gordon, and it's another dude that's Tucker, PJ Tucker? Is that that year?
Still there.
Or was that the year when Chris Paul was playing with them?
And how could you be one of the leaders in assists with Chris Paul on your team?
He probably did that shit on purpose to make it seem like he didn't need Chris Paul.
All I'm saying is LeBron got some problems on this end.
No, he don't.
Ain't nobody in the East
Brooklyn Nets got who?
Kevin. I don't care if Kyrie went and sat down for.
Do
the
you
rest
not
of the
remember
year.
Oklahoma?
They grown men now.
Bro, that doesn't matter.
They grown now.
Doesn't matter.
They grown, man. And they still got DeAndre Jordan.
That's cool.
And they still got what's that boy name?
Who?
He won the 3-point contest. Joe Harris.
Okay.
Yo. And they got Spencer Dinwiddie. Hey man.
Okay.
They ain't nobody in the East beating them.
Okay.
And you better have my hoodie ready come June.
Okay. What was I bet again?
You gotta get me a hoodie.
If
I lose. What if you lose?
Right. But what was the bet?
I get you an Icon hoodie. No, you get me an Icon hoodie and make sure it don't have a damn lion on it.
It's gonna have a lion.
I don't want it. I'm not gonna wear it. If you get the one with the
what's
lion,
the
get
bet,
it for my
though?
son.
Is it that the Nets?
The Nets has beat them in the finals.
Oh, that's not gonna ever happen.
That is. This year.
Okay. Don't hold your breath.
I wasn't expecting homie to go to the Nets. So shit.
You think they gonna go to the finals?
MVPs. 2 MVPs on one team. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yep.
With all the mental problems that they got.
Hey,
you
man,
think
Kyrie,
they're gonna pull that together and go to the
gonna
finals?
Be all right. He be chilling, man.
They better hope Giannis don't start hitting free throws. That man was 1 for 10 last night, and they still won.
I told you need to learn how to play basketball.
I don't know. He's like they said he's had 51. He missed 51 free throws already, and the season just started like 3 weeks ago. How you gonna be the most dominant player on your team?
Shaq was the most dominant, and he couldn't hit free throws. That's
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is most of his points come from free throws.
He can't shoot.
He can shoot. He hit a 3 last night. Man. He got a better shot than Ben Simmons. I can tell you that right now.
Everybody I got a better shot than Ben Simmons.
Well, we're talking about centers and power forwards.
Ben Simmons is
he's a guard.
Point guard.
My point is, and he can't shoot. That's what I'm talking about. So he got a center out here out shooting him. That's my whole point. So you should have a better shot than Ben Simmons.
I gotta look that up.
What?
Who got the better shooting percentage between Ben Simmons and Giannis? Man, we turned this to a damn basketball podcast. G.
Well, we like basketball. I know so we easy do. To do.
Y'all can tell we not prepared because we just talk about basketball.
No, that's not. That has nothing to do. Look, I've been waiting to talk about this since that shit happened.
Oh man.
Especially with all 3 of them being ball hogs.
Right. We'll see, man. Just have my hoodie ready. No line.
Bilbo, play the clip of Love Dorsey.
You be out here dating, right, and a person give you a certain vibe up front, right? And a lot of times you be not ignore the signs. You went against, what you knew should have been a slower process or whatever, right? And you dealing with a person. When them people give you low vibrations, high vibrations, low vibrations, high vibrations, meaning like they be like loving one day, standoffish the next. All in their feelings with you one day, barely want to talk to your ass the next. Cool with you this week, next week they ain't even answering the phone. Come back around and act like they don't know what you're talking about when you bring up like, nigga, I can tell like shit ain't consistent. Like, ho, you was texting me back right away last week, but not this week you acting weird. Like if them people don't got no actual life situation going on, they dealing with multiple people. Just breathe for a second and let that shit settle in.
All right. What's your take? What do you think about that clip?
I like her breasts.
Wow, you're such a pervert.
Edit that out. It was they do look nice. I'm just looking at. Let me stop fucking around. Man, what she said, that's real, man.
You
That's
think
real.
so?
Very, very much so. Because, like me personally, I don't like dating multiple people. Even though you have to date multiple people in this culture right now. And just in this stratosphere, you have to have options. Because everybody do. But I just don't feel like you can adequately give someone your attention or even get to know them properly with you dating and seeing multiple people. And what she said is on point. I've been through that. See, I'm being transparent and vulnerable today again, which makes for a good podcast. But I've been in a situation like that before where I was I was trying to get a particular woman back, and she was fucking with other people. And of course, and this is my thing with situations like that. Just keep it 100. If you're not feeling a certain person no more, and you see that they are being, like, they own you and they trying to get your attention.
What if she did? And what if she did and she just didn't know what to do with it?
What you mean?
What if she was entertaining you and entertaining others, and in her heart, she probably did want to fuck with you, but she already fucked with you before.
Right.
So I mean, what if she wasn't ready to take that risk? If she would have said that to you, how would you perceive it?
What, to tell me that?
Like, I really want to fuck with you.
But
I'm trying to do this, but I'm not sure. So I'm entertaining other people right now.
It's respectable. I've had my feelings hurt plenty of times. Not plenty of times, once.
But would that make you continue to pursue her or no?
No, hell no. It's over.
Why?
Done. You made your decision.
No, she did make a decision.
I'm not fighting. No, that we.
So you mean to tell me the woman that you want isn't worth fighting for?
The woman that I want, if the woman I want don't want me as equally as I want her, hell no. I'm too old.
That don't mean that. That doesn't mean that.
I'm not chasing nobody.
But I don't think you
Not
understand.
happening.
Women have a different battle to fight than y'all.
What's that?
And I'm gonna tell you, you can be 40 years old, 45 years old, and still start a family. A woman don't have that time. So before if she entertained you already, and you trying to come back because you fucked up or she fucked up, whatever the case may be, she has to weigh her options. It's different for her. It's different for women. We don't have the options that y'all have because we have a biological clock.
I respect that, but again, if you don't view me as you know what I'm saying, the prize, and I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal in no type of way, but if you don't view me, if you don't see what I bring to the table and be like, yo, I'm finna rock with him because we building something. I'm not chasing you. But my thing is, I can respect if a woman tells me that, because then I could cut all ties and leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? You have some women that won't even be honest enough with you to tell you that they dealing with other people and they don't see you like that. They'll continue to take the money and take the attention and the conversations and the advice and string you along. But then again, the nigga got to, and the female, vice versa, we all got to be responsible. Right. You got to peep shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like the young lady was saying, you would talk to somebody on Wednesday for 3 hours. And then on Thursday, I'm just saying, I'm just giving an example. And then on Thursday and Friday, you just don't hear nothing from them. And then on Saturday, they all dry and shit when you call them.
Well, shit, 3 hours, you all talked out.
No, I'm just
but
I'm giving an example.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
But then those are the people, maybe it was that conversation that y'all had that made that person realize they didn't want to talk to you no more. And then sometimes men have a problem with rejection.
Yeah, we do.
So y'all don't always place women.
I love rejection though.
now, but you didn't before.
No, I didn't.
So y'all
I didn't know
don't
I'd take
women. Y'all don't always place women in a good space. To be honest with y'all,
Women
because as
don't
soon as
do
a
it
woman
either.
is honest, y'all be like, "Oh, fuck that bitch. She was a hoe anyway."
And when
Or
men do it,
she wasn't really cute anyway.
when men do it, y'all do the same shit.
But y'all do that shit to their face to try to embarrass them, bro. That's different. Yeah. No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, guys, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Give me an example.
So, she's my girlfriend at the time, and I had a friend. We were leaving the club. So he wanted to talk to my friend. My friend didn't want to talk to him. She was like, "No, I'm good. I'm in a relationship." It's like, "Fuck you, bitch. You fat anyway." So that happened so many times. I've been out going to see fireworks, and that happened to a friend. Like, that happened so many times. It's like, you all do not create a space for women to feel comfortable to say, "You know what? I'm not interested. No, thank you." Motherfuckers getting sliced the fuck up, getting acid thrown on them, getting shot because they don't want to date a guy. That's not okay.
What are we talking about? Who does that? Who throws acid?
Bro, I know a girl.
Where that happened, in Africa?
In Joliet, Illinois. She was dating a guy, and she said, "You know what?
Was he African?
No.
That's what African.
Regular black
Jamaican?
man from Chicago.
He has some Haitian in his blood or some shit.
She said, I think we'd be better off as friends. They didn't have, wasn't a falling out. Nobody cheated on each other. She just decided that she wanted to be friends and not date him. The man tried to kill her.
That's crazy. I'm not killing nobody over.
You're not, but you gotta understand. So you have to take all that into consideration when you're talking to women. Women have so much to think about when they just entertaining a guy. Okay. And I'm not saying that the women who take the money of the dudes they're not interested in, I'm not saying they're not wrong for that. But I'm saying it's a lot that go into why women do the things that they do. And I'm gay, and I know that shit.
I mean, some women, I just think some women just like having options. Some women just pull.
Name anybody that don't like having options.
From certain men, and then they bunch them all in one.
It's called Build-A-Bear.
Build a nigga. I don't. You can play Build a Bitch too, but it's very, very, very stressful because you miss birthdays. Yeah. You forget to call back. Yeah. You don't feel like talking on particular days. Sometimes I don't even. I've reached the place in life where I don't even feel like being bothered. Like when my father, my mama used to say that. Like, what does that mean? I don't feel like being bothered.
Yeah, like when you be like,
what is that?
Can my cousin or my friend come over today?
I don't feel like being bothered. Yeah. Or they friends will call to try to come over. Like, why ain't you let Chuck come over? Dad, I don't feel like being bothered. Mama, why ain't you let Sherry come over? I like Sherry. I don't feel like being bothered. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Now you get it. Now you get older. I don't even feel like being bothered, man. Yeah. Like I just don't. I don't feel like chasing. I don't feel like convincing. Like, I just don't feel like being bothered with the shits.
We're in a different time now.
Yeah, and I think I've just been dealing with women for a long time. Like, I've been having sex for years.
I know, which is why I don't understand why when men get into these committed relationships and they get married, they're so pressed to cheat. Like, y'all literally been fucking since y'all found out what y'all dick is and what it can do. Why are you so pressed? You should have had enough opportunities before you had this lady become your wife to explore whatever it is you need to explore.
I just think that's just the nature of men, period. There's not enough women. Oh, I'm saying that wrong. It's not enough men. It's like, what's the ratio to men to women or women to men? I think it's like 3 to 1.
What does that mean? That does not mean have. So all I'm saying, keep the same energy.
The whole marriage, okay. Marriage in itself, I don't think that people. I'm not saying I'm against marriage, but I just don't think that us as humans, like when we was placed on this earth as just free human beings, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking animalistic instincts and all. I don't think that we were placed here to just be committed to one particular person.
I think a lot of men use that as an excuse to not be accountable, not be responsible, and not be committed.
Yeah, because it's a choice.
Men have a hard time being vulnerable. They have a hard time talking on their emotions, reacting on their emotions. Well, I think a lot of y'all don't know how to love a woman. You never been showed how to love a woman, how to appreciate a woman. And I know a lot of y'all haven't been showed how to be men. You have fathers, but he's never taught you to be a man. He never taught you how to be a man, how to love a woman as her husband, and how to be present and be a father. Because back in the day, the only thing they did was they went to work and they came home, gave the wife the check, they take care of all the bills, but they was never really a father. That shit started happening with our generation. Men actually raising their kids, being present, sitting down doing homework with them, men actually doing their daughter's hair. That shit just started happening. That wasn't a thing.
Well, when you say that, like that comes with commitment. Commitment is a choice, and you know I feel like when you get married, that is your responsibility to be faithful to your wife. But at the end of the day, when you look at the numbers, you know, it's hard. But my stance on marriage is if you feel like you still, you know what I'm saying, want to deal with other women, you shouldn't be married.
I agree.
Unless y'all got some type of freaky agreement and y'all can deal with other people.
And I also don't understand why men get so hurt when women cheat on them. It's like you expect a woman to have a love and respect for you that you don't have for her. How is that fair?
A lot of men that feel like that is the men that don't cheat.
What you mean?
The niggas that be hurt is the niggas that didn't cheat.
No.
Yeah.
For me, it's the niggas that do the cheating. That leave as soon as she send a text message or see that she like a hearted another nigga picture. How you that bothered? You just took a whole bitch out on a date.
I never been a
the
cheater.
Other day.
My mind work crazy. I don't handle shit like that well. Cause I get to looking around and shit. Cause you don't know, somebody auntie might pop up.
Absolutely.
You might see the wrong person at the wrong time. You know, I'm not a good cheater.
I couldn't even. Everybody wants to defund the police. They want to defund this. They want to defund. Can we defund? We can't defund that, but can we make it unpopular or make it popular to respect each other?
Women like cheating too. Let's not put this all
on
men.
Do you know why? I'm not talking about. Do you know why?
Why?
How long has it been for women to give everything that they have to a man only for him to shit on her? How long has that been? Forever.
I mean, but the same story has been going. I mean, we could flip that story and say the man at work and women been cheating on men, good men, for years too. That's been happening forever.
It ain't the same. You know that.
It's probably not, but it's still there. It happens.
It does happen. Just like you have some women out here that molest kids or to touch on little boys.
Just like you were saying,
it does happen.
A lot of men wouldn't talk to be fathers, and men, a lot of women wouldn't talk to be men.
Yeah,
I mean women.
But you know what they were taught to be?
What?
Independent, because they can't depend on men. They cannot depend on a man to know how to love them and know how. Every man want to talk about them being a man of the house, being the head of the household, but don't even know what the fuck that means. So they are raising their daughters to stand on their own 10 toes because they can't depend on you.
There's men out here that know what the hell that means. Women are subjective to who they deal with, and they deal with these knuckleheads because they think the shit cute.
And they feel like that's all that's available.
They know it's not. That's all the baby. That's all they like.
It's
women,
40, 50-year-old knuckleheads out here.
Yeah, women like it. And
they just feel like they don't have a choice. That's why so many women out here trying to see like, oh, let me see what it's like to be gay. You know how many women, straight women I know that did some shit like that because they felt like all men, it doesn't matter how old they are, have the same mentality.
You gotta look in the mirror, because if that's the case, then I'm fucked. You gotta look at every failed relationship. You just can't keep saying niggas ain't shit. I mean, if you have been in 4 relationships in the last 6 years and they all went bad, that's a lot of your relationships in 6 years.
That is not
4 relationships in 6 years.
That's not a lot.
You've been with 4 people, like together. Like that's my girlfriend, boyfriend. Like for 6 years, 4 relationships in 6 years. That's not a lot. That is a lot.
No, it's not. How?
That's a bad
Niggas
turnover
fuck
ratio.
4 bitches in a month. How is that a lot in 6 years? What are you talking about?
Lot.
No, it's not. You know what that is? That's smart.
A bad turnover ratio.
No, it's not. That means that you know what you want and you're not settling for less. You spend time with this person, because you know what they say, you never really know somebody till you really spend a lot of time with them. You can spend a year and a half with somebody and not really know them. And as you get to know them, you be like, you know what? This is not what the fuck I'm trying to do. And move on to somebody else.
That's fucked up, because in the span of 6 years, you've been in 4 relationships. You ain't got to know yourself. You didn't even see what the fuck you did wrong in those relationships.
How do you know it was them?
Because when you're in a relationship, there's a percentage of wrong. Everybody got a percent.
Absolutely.
You might be 70, mine might be 30, yours might be 40, mine might be 60. But everybody got a percent.
But that doesn't mean they didn't work on it, though. That means they chose not to work on it with you.
No, because you ain't work on it with yourself.
How do you know?
Because you've been in 4 relationships in 6 years.
So all 4 of those people could have brought different shit to the table.
That's crazy.
They could have brought different shit to the table.
In the last 6 years, I have been How many relationships I've been in? Let's go back. Hold on. We going from 2014 to now, or 2015 to now. I've been in 2 relationships.
But that's you.
2, 3.
Oh, okay. It's almost a bad ratio. What are we talking about? But you do fuck more than 3 bitches.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what's the point?
Way more.
So I'm confused as to what you're talking about. You can't say that.
Fucking,
4 relationships in 6 years
fucking
is good. It's nothing
fucking
wrong
and
with
relationships are 2 different things.
Oh my God. It's not the relationships that fuck up
fucking is an activity.
the shit you're talking about. It's the
That's
fucking.
all it is, activity.
Well, then don't get mad when your bitch sucks somebody else's dick then. It's just
That's
an
why
activity.
I ain't got no bitch.
I'm just
go to
saying,
sleep.
if you did.
I
If
go to
it's
sleep
just the
at night
activity,
peacefully.
treat it, her sucking his dick as her going to LA Fitness bed on the
disgusting.
Stairmaster. That's all I'm saying. It's an activity.
I'm straight.
Or wall climbing.
You can't talk to multiple people and get to know one person.
Yes,
in order to,
you can talk to them.
You can, but you need to.
So why do shows like The Bachelor, why do they exist?
For entertainment.
But you can't
I don't
do
even
that.
understand. Like, how the fuck he just get all these badass, females to kiss on and go on dates with and shit? He don't know who the fuck who he really like, because you ain't got no time to spend time with these
Now, I
people.
do believe they put way too many women in front of him.
That's
to
too
choose
many
from.
women, G.
Now, I feel like with that short time frame, they do need to narrow the amount of women that he has to choose from. They need to start with like 10 or 15. They be starting with like 30 bitches. Why are we starting this show with 30 bitches and we got 90 days? No. Start with 10 so he can adequately get to know them and eliminate 1 bitch a week or something.
I don't know. I never been a fan of talking. Let's just say this. I'm not good at talking to multiple people. I suck. I'm not good at it. I'm not a player.
You don't have to be a player.
I'm a one-woman guy.
And you can be. That has nothing to do with dating.
Yeah, dude.
No, it doesn't.
I can't, because I like to get to know people. So I can't get to know you if I talk to you Tuesday and now I'm talking to Keisha Thursday.
Yes, you can.
And then I talk to you again Friday. Now I'm back talking to Keisha. No, I can't, because
yes, you can.
I'm doing too much. No,
you're not.
Now I'm gonna say this. Now if I'm just trying to keep the stable decent, then yeah, I could do that.
What does that mean? Keep the stable.
Keep
decent?
the team straight. You ain't seen my post about rebuilding and
No.
Yeah, retooling.
No. I don't believe in
and cleaning
that.
house.
I don't think there's anything wrong with dating multiple people.
Yeah.
I don't think you should limit yourself. There's way too many people in the world.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you believe
And
that,
I feel like when you give
keep the stable
people
warm.
years of your life, that is time that you can't get back. And so before you do that, if you have plenty of options to choose from, if I have 4 different women right here in front of me to choose which one of them I want to give the next 2 or 3 years of my life to, possibly 10, 20.
Let's be real, G.
I'm going to date them
You already
all.
know. That's what I mean by keeping a stable warm. If that's the type of lifestyle you want to live,
I'm going to date them all so I figure out which one I want to be with.
You know which one.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you
Man,
don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
I could go through my phone and I could be like, okay, which one is the one? I know which one is the one, but do I want her? No.
That doesn't make any sense.
It do make sense.
If
she
you know
good
she
for
the
me,
one, why wouldn't you want her?
She good for me. Everything makes sense, but I don't want her on that level.
Wow,
because I don't want to cheat on her. There you go. I could go get her because she's a good woman, and I don't want nobody else to get her.
But why would you cheat on her? If she's everything you say she is, why would you?
Because I have other needs.
Does she not have sex with men?
That is beyond, just being a good person and,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
just like women. Women are the same way.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No.
You could be a good nigga with a good job and all this other shit. But if she attracted to a street nigga, she gonna always be attracted to street niggas. And I've learned that. I've learned to leave them certain females alone because they like who they like. And I can't knock them for liking who they like.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not a street guy. I'm cool with some street niggas, but I'm not a street. I'm a hood nigga, but I'm not a street nigga. You see what I'm saying?
But you said you didn't want to cheat on her. Why would you cheat on her?
Yeah, because I like certain elements of, I don't want to pinpoint her, but there's just certain shit that I need from a woman that she don't necessarily have. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I would cheat on her when I run across that thing.
I hope it's not physical attributes.
It's physical and it's
it's
physical and mental. And women do that too. They can have a good guy, but if they get If somebody trigger their mind off a sentence, she gone.
I don't think that's true.
That's very true.
I think you should change your circle of people.
Women are attracted to who they are attracted to.
Absolutely.
And I am changing. Like that's what I'm saying. When I peep certain shit, when I see that women dealing with the street dudes, and no offense to the street niggas, and no offense to women that are attracted to them, I just stay away because I know that I'm not a street guy.
So I honestly think that could be your take on it now. But as you continue to date, if you were to date her, as you got to know her and as you continue to grow in that relationship, your mindset will change. And I say that because
girl with who? Which girl?
Say if you decide to be with that lady,
the girl that likes street guys?
The girl that you say she would cheat on. And I say that because you can always have a thought process in your mind. You could always say what you would do, what you wouldn't do, and then once you get to know that person changes you and your thought process and the way that you perceive things. So the you right now may do that, but the you a year from now that's dating her, you're not gonna think like that.
I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on nothing.
You are over 30 and you've been fucking for the last 20 years. What could you possibly be missing out on? Because at this point,
you really want me to tell you? No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
My peak is 43. I have 10 years.
If you have not been to
Brazil
and fucked one of the Brazilians, it's over with.
Years. I have 10 more years to reach my what you call that? My prime. My prime. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I could be, but I'm not.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And women, like I said, women have the same type of mind frame. They could be attracted to the good guy with the job, but if something in her, if she has been imprinted by a street nigga, when she meet another street nigga, she gonna get turned on and she's liable to cheat.
So the only reason,
and that's facts.
I understand your stance.
It does just like a nigga. If I go get the good girl, but if I run across, this female from around the way with a nice body who, you know what I'm saying, think how I think and talk how I talk.
Yeah.
I'm a cheat.
I feel you.
I don't want to be a cheater. So, because I've never been a cheater, and I believe in karma. So I just.
All the times when I talked about cheating, I was dating. So it's.
I think we need to change that.
What?
Cheating and shit.
Why?
Because I think that you only get cheated on when you marry.
I agree. That's why I just
get the fuck out of here
now, and I said I was dating.
When you got lied to, and you got played. That's what happened. You didn't get cheated.
Love Dorsey, come through.
Well, I'm not no fucking Love Dorsey.
No, I'm saying she said that. Like
she did.
Yes, I watched it last night.
Oh.
You probably didn't see it, but you can agree with her. Like y'all have the same stance. I agree with that.
Like like that's what I said in my last situation. Like I had so much animosity, and I still kind of do. But I had to get on myself. Like nigga, you got played, bro. It's your fault. I would like myself be telling me like nigga, I was telling you to stop, but you kept doing it. You kept doing. I was trying to tell you, nigga.
Yeah.
I was trying to save you. I was trying to save you from you, and you still did. I'm talking in all third, fourth, fifth person. Your inner self would be telling you to stop fucking with a particular person,
and you don't listen.
And you don't listen to it.
Absolutely.
Because you think you crazy.
Yeah.
And then you go down the line and get played, and you realize how crazy you really are.
Yep.
It's fucked up. We all got to take responsibility in this dating shit, man. You married, so you ain't got to go through this.
I mean, that's true.
What are your challenges in marriage?
Honestly, accepting that we are very different. Mm-hmm. Like my wife and I, we are so different.
That's a good thing.
But that is what I loved about her. Like, I'm not gonna say like our morals and principles are the same, but we're just two totally different people. So that is the biggest challenge in my marriage because some changes or some differences we are reluctant to accept.
Right.
But by me being married, I can't just be like, you know what, I don't want to accept that about you. It's over. It's not a thing. So you have to accept it, and people are who they are.
My thing with I ain't mean to cut you. Had something to say?
No.
My thing with my only pet peeve, my only thing that I fear with marriage is the diets.
The what?
Diets.
You mean like
I eat a certain type of way?
So listen. I don't want to cut you off.
You know what I'm saying?
So when I got with my wife, I was 70 pounds less than what I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
Our diets were completely different. She lived off of soda, candy, and Burger King, okay? And I was eating tuna, I was drinking almond milk, like I was on my shit. So we moved in together. It's like, she's like, I'm not eating that rabbit food, right? So naturally we grow together and it's like, okay, I'm gonna eat this. And I end up gaining 60, 70 fucking pounds.
Control,
so that's where I am now. Okay, I'm in the process. I'm trying to get it together. Sometimes you get lost in love.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Nah.
But as long as I'm still cute, so I'll be straight. But I'm gonna get it together. But keep going. Back to your diets.
But no, that's my only pet peeve. Like, not my pet peeve, but my only fear. Because me and my ex, our diets was like the same.
Okay.
Like, we both only drank water. We both only drank almond milk. We only ate turkey bacon. We ate brown eggs. Like, it was weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like when I be dating, like lately, well, I ain't gonna say lately, but in the past, after that, the diets have just been crazy. Like, eating pork bacon and vitamin D milk.
So you just
oh my God.
you just have to introduce.
But a lot of people don't want to hear that.
Oh
like,
yeah.
They ain't trying to hear it.
So my
like
wife
somebody
used to be
showed
like
me a cook, like some bacon out the store. I said, that looks like 4 slabs of skin.
Mm-hmm.
It looks disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't even see how people still eat pork bacon. It's just it's good, but
it's delicious.
It's delicious.
I didn't even start eating bacon like that till I got with my wife. She would put bacon on everything.
You gotta have a family meeting, man.
No, everybody's like that.
So I had a disclaimer with one particular lady. I said, yo, if we did do something, you're gonna have to change your whole diet. Like, it's gonna have to. Like, you're gonna have to.
But you can't.
She feel like she in good shape, but I'm like, fam, it ain't about her shape.
You gotta gradually introduce little things to her, like, hey, taste this. It's a way you gotta do it. And she'll be like, all right, that wasn't bad. Like, we eating buffalo cauliflower now. So like I'm slowly, we 10 years in.
Right.
I'm slowly introducing her to things. Like, I just got my kids to eat Brussels sprouts the other day. He used to never want to eat that shit.
Now, with your son, do you monitor? Did we talk about this last week? Monitoring your child's intake of food, like monitoring like what they eat when they eat.
No, we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but yeah, I do that.
We did. Okay. We ain't got
like I used to have to make him sit and eat fruit because he doesn't want to.
Yeah, like my son is crazy. Like, I don't like apples. I said, what? Who don't like fucking apples?
You gonna eat them
Every
today?
human like apples.
So back to that, right? Parenting. Bilbo, pull up that picture. Should parents apologize to their kids if they are wrong? Did your parents apologize to you? And the reason I want to bring this up right now is because the way we were raised, how our parents did us, is different than how we are raising our kids.
Salute to Gina. Sorry for putting you on blast.
So, you can take it down, Bilbo. Did your parents apologize to you?
30 years after, 20 some odd years after the fact. I try to apologize to, like, I always apologize to my son.
Good.
Like,
super aggressive.
Like, I'm mean as hell.
I know.
But my son mean, like, see, people only hear the soft side of him. Like, when you hear him on the phone, like, he'll talk with all his mannerisms and shit. But when it's just me and him, he like to talk shit low. So people,
you ever wonder why?
No, see, like, I'll be at work. I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
And I take him to work with me, so I'll be at my desk. He'll say some shit on the low to make me good on 10. Now I'm loud and everybody think I'm crazy and mean. Because the little light-skinned boy with the curly hair crying. And the bald head mean guy just yelled at him. So now I'm the bad guy.
Funny as hell.
I swear. But
your husband start cursing him out on the low.
No, I do. And when I do, he cry.
That's so funny.
Like, man. But I'm starting to see the yelling. And whispering some foul shit to a motherfucker is way more effective.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I catch that nigga laugh. Some days he'll laugh at my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck's so funny? Like, you just said that funny. Like, why you say it like that? It's funny. But yeah, but a lot of the time, like when I'm too aggressive with him for certain shit, I'll apologize 15, 20 minutes later and give him a hug and tell him I love him. That's because
you tell him why you apologizing?
Yeah, because it was me. I say some. Like I said, it ain't
no. Tell me,
I'm not. But ain't no guidebook to this shit. Nah, I man. Yeah. I say some stuff, but it's because of the rebuttal. I say something once, and you come back, now you got questions, and now you want to talk to me like you pay bills around this motherfucker. Now we got problems.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And then kids be chippy, man.
What's chippy?
Like they act like you ask them a question like, I don't know right there. Like the fuck all the airiness and the long syllables and shit.
You know what? So my kid has minimized that. He used to do that. So I would say some shit like, come here.
Right.
Yeah, come. I said, in this moment right now, you think I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. And I will. I need you to understand that. All that extra shit you just gave, keep that to yourself.
Right.
Go upstairs and call your friend and give it to them. You could tell your friends how I pissed you off. What you will not do is all that muttering. Because the next time you mutter, I'm gonna hit you in your fucking throat.
Do you hear him stomping upstairs sometimes?
No.
You don't never hear like a.
He do not do that.
Like if you call him, they be like, oh, like one of them.
No.
My son good for that.
I call him, he be like, yes. I got that shot at him 2 years ago. I refuse.
He good for that. He good for kicking some shit when I call him. Or like stomping
He gotta get out of that.
Getting mad.
Make him sit in the corner and hold 17
That's that
dictionaries
preteen shit, man.
So back to the food, right? So back in the day, we were raised, you eat what's available. You do what I say, not as I do. And my parents and grandparents never apologized for anything. That was not a thing. Like I'll have a whip, or like a little mark on my leg or something, and it'll be bleeding or something. And then they'll be like, that's what you get for not doing what I told you to do. Yeah. Right? So I don't do any of that. I apologize to him, and I let him know why I'm apologizing and how I could have went about it differently. And I also tell him the mind state that I was in, so I should have checked myself. So I make sure I put all of that into my apology because I want him to be able to apologize when he's wrong to his family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and I also explain to him why I make him eat things that he doesn't want to eat. It's not about what you want all the time.
Right.
Sometimes you have to eat what's available, and as long as it's nutrients to your body, that's all I'm legally allowed to provide or have to provide for you. You don't have to eat. I remember when a man used to be like, I don't eat sandwiches. I don't eat Subway sandwiches. Nigga, who?
Your ass go starve.
Listen, you know what he eats now? Sandwiches. Out the cabinet with the bread in the cabinet. Don't play with me. You better get that mother's bread and make this sandwich.
Man, my son did the same thing.
But I think it's cool to see them grow in between that time and transition into the adulthood. Like all the things that you instill in them and you teach them, you go over with them and make sure they understand and comprehend, and to see them implement it in themselves and shit and check themselves. It's kind of cool.
Your kid older. Mine, I got a long way to go. Like I could honestly see the disconnect where, when we was growing up, I think this is around the age like 11, 12, 13, where we disconnected
from our parents.
Yeah, because they didn't know. I don't think that they was even given the right guidelines to raise us as millennial. Like we was the first millennial teenagers, like coming out with the internet and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because these kids now are not millennials. They're Generation Z and Generation X.
I got to look that up. I got to look that up. But long story short, like they didn't know how to manage us with everything that we had access to. We had access from the music we was listening to. The NBA was influential, you know what I'm saying? Wrestling was we was getting so many influences from so many places, and I think it kind of tore us apart. I won't say tore us apart; it's kind of dramatic, but it's like it was a disconnect between us and our parents. And I think now with social media and everything, and so much information that we got, I think it bridges the gap for us.
I agree. So our last topic of the day, Billboard, play the clip.
So you mean to tell me this 13-year-old kid witnessed his brother, right? From what I read, it was his brother, while his mom was there. So him and his mom witnessed this murder together. He's not a street kid. He wasn't raised in the streets. He don't know anything about standing on those street codes and principles. And I don't know many 13-year-old kids who was taught to do that. So you mean to tell me and my mother witnessed a murder at 13 years old? And my mother take me down there and say what she saw and say, baby, you say what you saw. And you niggas is telling this kid that he should have went against his mama. They didn't blackball game when he child molested that 15, 16-year-old girl that he just got sued for. That nigga fucked the baby. and got sued and lost. They had evidence and showed that Game with the butterfly tattoo on his face that he molests children. He's a pedophile. And he walking around with his chest still stuck out, hollering, and everybody still. This a nigga used to get booty with their girl cousins when they were kids, hunching. When the grown folks left you unsupervised with no parental supervision, the kids go off and get booty. Niggas ain't get booty with their cousin grown, is it? I know some niggas here. They cousin stripping at the strip club, and she one of the baddest strippers, and they go try to get at her. I know some of her uncles try to go get at her. We ain't talking about that though, but we want to shame this kid for something he super disrespect. Name me a rap lyric that's respectful. Name me some music that these niggas make that's respectful. How in the fuck they go demand some respect when they some of the most disrespectful motherfuckers to the black woman we ever seen? How? And not only are they in it in their lyrics, they in it in their actions. Future got 12 baby mamas, just putting babies everywhere, ain't raising none of them. Niggas just making fatherless babies everywhere. When all the statistics say fatherless children, nigga, is at the greatest detriment. How this nigga doing this?
So for people who don't know, the young man that made this song, Corvette, I guess hip hop is blackmailing him, not blackballing him. Because he told the cops who killed his brother. And I just feel like we got so many things that we could be fighting right now. That should not be one of them. Why are we stopping this man from feeding his family? Because he wanna tell the police who killed his brother.
He's not getting blackballed by the industry. He's getting blackballed by certain individuals.
They're part of the industry. Why ain't nobody saying nothing to them?
He did.
He did. He's regular dude,
Lil Uzi Vert is not a street guy.
The game
had nothing to do with this.
But he's a heavy street guy. But I'm just saying, it's just like y'all blackballing this young boy who just got here.
I don't think the word blackball is adequate enough.
What you think it is?
I think that certain individuals, they didn't agree with what he did, and they like Gilly the Kid. He deleted the post he had up of him dancing to the homie song, and I think Lil Uzi Vert did the remix. And I think he deleted it off his Instagram, but you could still go listen to it on Spotify and Tidal.
So but that's what I'm saying. I'm so confused. What message are we sending our kids? The people that's listening to your music. What message are you sending them?
I don't know why they deleted it, so I can't really. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think he got blackballed though.
He didn't, but they're trying. They don't want to support somebody who did something he was supposed to do. But I bet you ain't now one of them got a problem hopping on the track with the game. I bet you for some random reason R. Kelly came back, nobody got a problem singing with that nigga. I think in this internet age, I think a lot of shit get reported, and I don't think it was adequately reported. Cause I ain't even, like I said, I don't be listening to gossip and shit. So I didn't even know about Lil Homie, you know what I'm saying, testifying against his brother murder. But like, what the fuck you expect him to do? I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? You walk in the crib and you see your brother dead. Like, fuck you expect him to do? But again, that's why I've taken some type of. I'm taking a break from music. The whole culture right now is just
fucked up.
Yeah, I'm getting old, and I'm just watching this shit like, yo, what the fuck? And it's a crazy time when you got a kid like that, and I mean this whole snitching culture. You know what I'm saying? Is fucked up. As fucked up as a lot of things is, just like the man said. He's not a street guy, so you can't really hold him to those codes. But when you are a street nigga, there's certain shit that you just certain rules you gotta play by. Yes. And it ain't no, like, you signed up for that. Yeah. You can't sign up for street shit and then when the shit hit the fan, like 6ix9ine, you signed up for that. You signed up for all that.
And now you want to be a regular person.
You signed up for all that shit. Now, granted, I disagree with them trying to kill you and they fucked your baby mama, all that shit. You could have, I don't know, he could have found a way to remove himself from that. You know what I'm saying? But when you sign up for that shit, that's the shit that come with it. It ain't fair. Game ain't fair. But for little homie, man, I think it's fucked up. But I honestly, for Gilly the Kid and what's the other nigga name? And Lil Uzi Vert, I just don't think they got the proper information. Because a lot of the time shit get reported on the internet and they're just they'll leave out certain parts of the story, and then you know what I'm saying.
What tipped your
You'll get
scale
it
this
later.
week?
Tip my scale this week. Everybody talking crazy about Steve Harvey's daughter.
Lori Harvey.
Let that girl live, man.
The man who don't like serial dating. You know what?
She has dated. She's given. You know what I'm saying? Cause she ain't dating all these motherfuckers at the same time. She was with Future for a minute.
We're gonna start the next podcast with this.
I don't got a problem with what she doing.
Next week on Tipping the Scale. We see y'all. Thank y'all.